Sorry,
This
I am having
conference will now be recorded.
yeah. Sorry, I am having some voice issue. Yeah, my name is Charan and I have 8 years of experience on SAP CPI and PIPO, and currently I'm working as an architect and where I am working on different kinds of projects, implementation supports and rollout projects. Yeah, you just start one by one and you just give brief about yourself and what technology you are working on and how you know about SAP CPI and or a learner or
Yeah, myself Sai Kiran. I'm working in SAP PIPO. I have into PIPO for about 4 years.
yeah, okay, thank you.
Hi Charan, good morning. Myself Vijay. I have 8 years experience in SAP Fury and UEFI, and I'm planning to learn the CPI integrations in it.
Yeah, good to know. Yeah, Ravi, just give out yourself.
Yeah, my name is Ravi Charan. So I have 4 years experience on SAP BODS.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah,
hi. Yeah, Ravi, I can hear you. Yeah, in which technology you work for?
SAP BODS.
Okay, okay. Good to know. Yeah, okay. I think all are from new to integration, like except one guy. That's why I'll just start from scratch. What is an integration and what is a middleware and how we utilize CPI in integration point of view. Okay, we'll go one by one from scratch itself. Okay, no hurry and no worries. Now, first of all, everyone should understand what is an integration, right? Because we are SAP CPI consultants, we need to work between two systems. Okay, I'll just first give an definition of what is an integration. Okay, an integration is to integrate two systems. Okay, now when I say integration between two systems, in a sense, we have system A and system B and system C. Okay, now system A want to communicate with system B and system B want to communicate with system C. Now, without middleware, it's a difficult architecture, right? If someone asks you to from where to where the systems are connecting, it's very difficult you to say, okay, this is the architecture. Okay, that is the reason that SAP introduced an integration. Okay, the old integration we called as PIPO. Now, currently, most of companies they're preferably going for SAP CPI called as Cloud Platform Integration. Okay, now this is integration, fine, to connect two systems through the integration. But why the integration required? Okay, there is a word called as middleware. Now I'll give a simple example. Now, what is a middleware? Now let's assume you know English and you are going for some country called as Germany. Okay, now in Germany, the people speak German only, and you don't know German, and you know only English. Now, the time there is a middle person who converts both the languages, he know both English and German. Now, whatever you want to say to German person, you just inform to this middle person, and this middle person just inform to the German person. Correct? Now, again, if German one person want to talk to anything with you in English, there is a middleware. The middle person can communicate and he can share the information. Okay. Now, what this broker do? This broker do to share the information from one place to another place. That's correct, right? Because when you want to send some information to some system, the receiver system will not able to understand this language. Okay. Now, in technology terms, so you know the XML language. Okay, the source system know XML language, but the target system don't know the XML language. But the target system only know the JSON language. Now, what you need to do, the SAP integration will come to the picture. It's not only SAP integration, we have so many integration. Okay, we have MuleSoft and we have lot more Gentron and PIPO and CPI. There are so many integrations. Now, whatever the data you have, if you want to share the target system, first you have to send first to the middleware. Okay, because the system itself will not generate or convert the its preferable language. Okay, that is the reason middleware come to the picture and it converts the data and send to the target system. Okay, now here also the second example where we have two information, two field values. One is first name and last name, and target wants in the full name. Okay, we don't want in the first name and last name. Now there is a SAP CPI will come to the picture and it do the concatenation of the first name and last name, sent to the target system. Okay, this middleware has the so much of power to do and to modify the data, and it can do anything. Okay, this is just an example to understand what middleware do and what integration. I'll explain you more about in detail about in coming classes. And when we go for SAP CPI, right? This is called an SAP CPI Cloud Platform Integration. Now here you can see the picture contains the cloud applications and on-prem applications. Correct? Now there are so many cloud applications nowadays are working and there are so many on-prem applications. Now before the integration between the cloud to on-prem, first you have to understand what is an cloud and what is an on-prem applications. Correct? Now we have clouds versus on-prem applications. Okay, I'll just give an example of on-prem. Now there is a company. Okay, this company called as ABC. The company called as ABC. Now the company needs a software, correct? Because every company has its own architecture, correct? Now this ABC company need an database because in this company there are 100 people or 1,000 people are working. Okay, 1,000 people are working. Now these 1,000 people data they need to store somewhere, correct? That is the reason the company itself need a database. This is the database. Now this database will be containing of all the 1,000 employees information. Okay, because whenever they want to give an hike or whenever they want to manage any information, everything will be managed in the database. Okay, now the company has its own database is called as on-prem architecture. Okay, the company has its own database and own softwares. Company has its own software is called as on-premises. Okay, now I'll just give an example. Okay, now we have this on-prem architecture. Whenever the softwares are installed and deployed within the company level is called as on-prem architecture. Now there are so many servers are there and the servers need to be deployed by the resource, and this company has their own resource. Okay. Now everything within the company level is called as on-prem architecture. Okay. Now, what is a cloud architecture? Now, what is a cloud computing? Basically, we want to understand what is a cloud computing. Now, I'll just give one more example to understand what is a cloud computing. Now, there is an power generate area. Okay, let's assume power generator. Now, this power generator will generate power, correct? Now, you are a person sitting on your home. Okay, you are a person sitting on your home, and daily you will use this power, right? Daily you will use this power, and at the month end you will pay the bill. Now let's assume the bill is 1,000 rupees. Now what you will do is you just pay 1,000 rupees bill on Phone Pay or Google Pay or wherever, but you utilize some power and you just pay for that, correct? And you never think about how the electricity is generating. You don't want, and you never want to understand how the electricity is generating and how the electricity is reaching to your place. You don't want to understand, because your main agenda is you need to utilize and you have to pay. Now, same will be applicable in the cloud computing or cloud architecture. Someone will generate their own database and they'll just share the instance, and you store your all the data in the database, and you just pay how much you utilize. That's it. You never install any software in your company, or you never do any operations or software installations or anything. What you do is you just utilize the database, use the database, and you just pay how much you utilize. Suppose you utilize 100 GB, okay, and for 1 GB, let's assume it's 1,000 rupees, and you utilize 100 GB, and you have to pay 100 into 1,000 rupees to the backend who provide the software, correct? Now this is where cloud computing will come to the picture. When I say on-prem architecture, the company itself need to maintain own softwares and everything. But it come to the cloud computing, someone third-party person install the software in their landscape, and you just utilize the software use, and you just pay how much you utilize. Any questions here? Anyone? Any questions? Any doubts? If no, just say no. We'll take it for.
No, Charan.
No, as of now.
Okay. Okay. Now we have three cloud computing models. Okay. This is very, very important in the interview point of view. And moreover, instead of interview point of view, you should understand these three cloud computing models, because every day, whenever you log into SAP CPI, you should interact with these three cloud computing models. Okay. This is something like an backend, but you have to understand what this cloud computing will do. Okay. Now we have SaaS and PaaS and IaaS. One is software as a service. SaaS in the sense software as a service. Now, as I told you, I'll just give an example of what software as service will applicable for. One is SuccessFactors and Ariba and Concur. Okay. Now, if anyone use these softwares, Did anyone use these softwares?
No.
Okay. Most of the companies they use success factor to store their own employee information. Okay. Now, when you utilize this software, you never install anything on your desktop or your PC or your mobile. Okay. What you do is you will get an URL and you just use the same URL. Okay. Now, I'll just give simple example. Okay. Don't be panic. I'll just give an example. Now I have my Google Sheet. Okay. Now, if you see here, I'm able to work on this Google Sheets without any installation of softwares. Correct. Now, I'm not installed any software here. What I'm doing here is I'm just clicking on this URL and I'm automatically redirecting to the Google Sheets. And here I can do any operation. Okay, but this storage is not storing in my database, not in my system. Now, suppose if I store 20 GB and it will not be reflected here. Okay, because it's a cloud storage. Someone is managing the cloud storage and I'm just utilizing the storage, not in my system. Remember, it's not about my system configurations or nothing. There is some URL which is provided by them and I'm just utilizing the URL and I'm just storing the information somewhere in the clouds. Okay. Now, same thing here. SuccessFactor, Ariba, Concur are the few softwares which are installed by some third-party vendors and we are utilizing those softwares. Whenever some software installed by the third party and if you use the same software, that will be coming under software as a service. Okay. Now, the definition of software service is the softwares are installed by the third party vendors and you utilize the same software to your landscape. That is called as software as a service. And you never install any software to your system like can Google Sheets. Now, platform as a service. Now, it's important to understand platform as a service. A simple definition from platform as a service, if you do design, development, build and testing, then that will be coming under platform as a service. Now, if I take one app, okay, let's take a simple app called as weather app. Okay, it will give an report for every 5 seconds. Okay, wherever you are. But if you want to see the location or weather report of Andhra or Telangana or Bangalore, anywhere, now the app will be start from the design from scratch. Okay, they have to do the design, development, then they do test. If something which is starting from the scratch and do the build and everything, then it will be coming under platform as a service. Now CPI also will be coming under same category because in CPI we do the design and we do the deployment and we do the testing. That is the reason CPI will be coming under platform as a service. Now we have infrastructure as a service. Now to run this both we need some storage, correct? The storage is called as infrastructure as a service. The data which is storing on the internet that we called as infrastructure as a service. Now, without SAP, let's assume we don't have SAP now. Okay. Now, if I say what is an infrastructure as a service, the Google Drives are the best example of infrastructure as a service. Because in Google Drive, you are storing so much of amount of data, correct? Now, the Google Drive will be coming under soft infrastructure as a service. Now in SAP terms, we have SAP Converged Cloud, which is storing all the CPI data, all the data in the SAP Converged Clouds. Okay. Now these three are the important models that everyone can understand. Software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. Now you are working on project, okay, to connect with success factor system. Now the success factor system is a software as a service, which is the CPI is an integration point of view. It's a platform as a service, and it needs some data to store, that is called as infrastructure as a service. Now, if you take a scenario, then it will cover all these three cloud computing models. Okay. Any doubts here? Anyone?
No, Charan.
No.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Now, how many of you know what is an ERP? What is an SAP ERP? Anyone have an idea what is an SAP ERP and where we use these ERP systems? Okay, no issues. I'll just give an what is an SAP ERP. Okay. Now, ERP system in the sense enterprise resource planning. Okay. Now, the ERP system is not an SAP one. Okay. The ERP has, there are so many companies provide their own ERP systems. Now let's take an example of Oracle and Web Dynamics. There are so many companies which provides their ERP system. Now one of the important and one of the most used one is SAP product. Okay, that is called SAP ERP. Basically, the SAP is an system application product in data processing. When I say SAP, it's an system application product in the data processing. Now, if you want to store any data, you need a database, right? You need a central database which stores all the information. Now, I'll just give one more example to understand more about SAP here. Now, this is a company A. Okay, this company A has so much amount of data. Okay, the company, if you take any company, the company has its own payroll information, own product information, and own payments and everything, right? Now let's assume we have one module called as FICO, which is coming under finance and controlling, and we have another module called as HR, human resource, and we have other softwares called as other modules called as SD, sales and distributions, and we have other softwares called as material management. Okay, likewise we have so many modules. Now this module information will be centralized somewhere, the centralized area called as ERP. Okay, now the company has its own modules. Now let's assume this company A has FICO information, HR information, SD information, information. Now this company A want to transfer some data to the client. Okay, let's assume to the client XYZ. Okay, now do you think this company first connect with HR, then FICO, then SD, then No, right? Because it's complex architecture. Now that is the reason ERP will come to the picture. It manage all the data in a proper architecture way, and you just transfer the data to the direct whatever the client you want. Now let's assume this is an middleware. Okay, Now this is a middleware called as CPI or PIPO or MuleSoft or web. There are so many. Okay. Now these system first transfer the data to the middleware, then the middleware will transfer the data to the clients. Now why you need to use a middleware? Why can't we directly send the data to the system, ERP system, to the client system? Because this ERP will understand only three languages. One is IDOC, RFC, and proxy. Either you can use an IDOC or RFC or proxy. Okay, I'll explain you in detail in coming classes. Now we have three languages which is understanding by the ERP system, but the client don't know these three languages. Client know only JSON. Okay. Now what you need to do, you just convert this IDOC into JSON. Who will convert this? There is a broker called as SAP CPI will do the conversion between the ERP system to the client. And again, if client send the JSON data, it again do the conversion into IDOC format and it posting into ERP system. Clear or any doubt?
Yeah, clear, Charan.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Charan. So ERP is the storing area, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not only storing area, it will manage the data, it can predict the data, it can report, it generates its own reports, everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and we'll take a pause here, and if you have any questions you just ask me, and from next session we'll start in detail about all the what are the modules and configurations and all.
Yeah. And what are the adapters that we are covering in CPI?
Yeah, we have 10 plus adapters, like we have IDOC, RFCs, proxies, and FTP, SFTP, Ariba, AMQP, success factors, and XI, and HTTP, OData.
So are we covering all this in this
Yes, yes,
CPI
yes,
classes? Okay. And we are into um, alerts and the configurations, the
yes,
beans,
everything.
everything.
Yeah, alert rules and everything.
Okay. And one more thing, do we have the environments in PIPO? We do have uh, production, I mean development, quality and production
Yes,
environments. Do we have such
yes,
in such
yes.
concept in CPI?
Yes, even CPA has the same development and quality and production. Now, most of the companies, what they'll do is instead of development one and quality one system, they use the only one system for both quality and development system. But they'll just change the URLs of their own systems and they'll use the same logic for both development and quality. But production, it's a single. Like they'll use two systems. One is for development and quality, and one is for production.
Okay.
Any doubts, guys? Please ask sir about any content or what exactly. Anything else? Ravi, Sai, and Vijay. So we are new
Hello.
to CPA, right? Is it required any XAPA knowledge or not required any here?
No,
So
it's
never.
not required. That's what I mentioned at the beginning. I'll start from scratch to understand what is an integration. If there is a no need of to learn PIPO or any middleware knowledge, not required.
Okay.
If you just follow my classes, 30 hours classes, then you can do your own project. If you follow 30 classes and if you do the assignments, what are the assignments I'll provide on the weekends?
Yeah, Charan.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, I
Yes,
have doubt.
yes.
Yeah. So we have many more technologies like cloud system. So why we are
Yeah.
so need to use this CPI only?
See, CPI is completely a cloud application, right? SAP
Okay.
CPI, it's a cloud platform integration, something working on the clouds. Now, most of the products are SAP products. Now, when I say SAP products in the sense Salesforce, SuccessFactors, Ariba, these are the SAP products. Now, if the product is a SAP product, now if you want to integrate with any system, it preferable only SAP CPA, right? Because the system source system
Yeah.
is an SAP system. Now the middleware also they prefer SAP product only because they both are in sync. Now, if you come take a picture of some third-party integration areas, they has the different
Okay.
architecture, but SAP understand what Ariba architecture and what SuccessFactors architecture.
Okay. Okay.
That is the reason most
So mostly
preferable
we
one
are
is an
using
SAP
yeah. So
CPI.
mostly we are using only SAP projects, right?
Yes, yes, correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can close that, Sharon. Can we close, or
Yeah,
is any doubts or
yeah,
anything
yeah.
else to? No.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
close and
So that's all fine. We can close today.
yeah. Thank you all. Thanks for joining, and we'll
Yeah.
start.
Thanks all for joining. Yeah. Bye.